Welcome to the Bizprint tutorial series. In this series, we will explain the available features of this platform and how it works. In this video, we will see how to add, remove, and edit elements in a page for the edit template page of this platform. Note that this tutorial does not explain how to create a new template, but rather how to edit it. There are multiple ways to add a new element to a page. Note that prior to this, ensure that your template has at least one page in it. Refer to the previous tutorials on how to create and manage pages in a template if you would like to. One way is to select the type of the element that you want to add from the AppBar's left section. The elements that you can choose from are grid, text, time, page info, image, barcode, frame, Avery, line, and dynamic elements. After selecting the icon of the element you want to add, click on the specific position in the page that you would want to add the element, and it will be added. Note that the list of elements associated with the page are shown in the Entities sidebar. The elements list in the sidebar contains information about the type of the element, shown as the same icon as its Create Element button in the AppBar is shown, followed by the name of the element. If an element is selected, its option in this sidebar will be highlighted to reflect that. To select an element, you can either click on the element in this sidebar, like so, or you could do so by clicking on its representation in the page. So to repeat that, in order to select an element, you can either click on the sidebar or click on its representation in the content section. To deselect a selected element, click outside the selection box of the element in the content section of the panel. It could be the page or even the empty space between the page and the sidebars. To rename an element, either double click on this option, like so, similar to the pages, or right click on it and click on the rename option in the context menu. Similarly, to remove and duplicate an element, please click on the appropriate option from the context menu, appeared from right clicking on the elements option in the sidebar. And that's a duplication, and that's a removal. You can also reorder the elements of the same depth, whether they belong to a page or another element. To do that, drag the desired element and drop it on the desired place to reorder it. The order of the elements is associated with which one appears on top of the others. Generally, elements after a certain element, for example text, which appears after text copy, below it, is considered and will render on top of the elements appeared before it. So we would like to say that the elements that are showed below in the sidebar appear on top of other elements in the content section. You can also lock or unlock elements to disable any interactions with them. To lock an element, hover over its option in the entity sidebar and click on the lock icon that appears. To unlock an element, all you need to do is to click on the lock icon again. Note that the dynamic elements icon, which is the very last icon in the element creation or element addition in the AppBar, opens a popover, allowing us to select the dynamic elements categorized based on their visibility level. It is important to note for future references that these elements have predefined values associated with them, meaning that we just choose the position, site, and other properties related to these elements, and the values are non-editable or uneditable. And this marks the end of our managing the elements introduction for the edit template page of the Bizprint platform. Thank you for watching.